The glue gunner got absolutely slaughtered with nerfs in the recent update with all of these changes. First off, the 2XX corrosive glue is more expensive, going from $300 to $500. Next, the glue strike and glue storm got a ton of nerfs, starting with the glue strike's cooldown being increased, the glue storm's cooldown being increased, and the glue storm's duration being decreased as well. Plus, the glue storm also costs more on top of all of that. And lastly, the relentless glue got some nerfs as well, being more expensive, having less pierce, and having less splat pierce as well. Now, these nerfs were definitely warranted because Glue Gunner was one of the best towers in Battles 2, but now, after all these nerfs, is it still one of the best? We're gonna find that out today. Let's hop right into it. In our first match with the Glue Gunner, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is on the map of, what's this map even called? This is Koru, yeah, Koru. I don't know why I couldn't think of the map's name. But yeah, we're on the strategy of Submarine, Glue Gunner, and Banana Farm. This is really the only glue strategy I could think of on a difficult map like this. Heli Glue Village is definitely a strategy I want to test out in today's video as well, because that's the main glue strategy that was really strong in the past. So if I get an easier map, we'll definitely test that. I'm looking for like Star or Sands of Time or like Sun Palace for that. Either way, opponent started with Quincy round 1. You got the early farm down, nicely done. I'm gonna balloon boost some green balloons in round 2 because of that greedy play and probably force a good bit of leaks on their end. And I'm wondering if I can go for a round 2 banana farm play, which would honestly be pretty greedy from us as well. I can, but it's a... I'm doing it. It is very greedy with my loadout as well, but I think it's fine. Get barbed darts now. Strong on Gwendolyn. Let's get twin guns here. Probably will leak... Let's tower boost this. Yeah, that was not a good play. Not a good play. Okay. We learned. I had to tower boost. Where's Gwendolyn target if she's on last? The projectiles are low-key getting blocked. I don't know. Our Gwendolyn placement might not have been the most ideal of all time, but we're working with it. Let's upgrade the farm here. And I think we go for the Glue Gunner now, which will just be placed right here on last. Let's use a cocktail. Probably aim for a 2-2-0 Glue Gunner as our early game defense. That's my plan. 2-2-0 Glue Gunner is more expensive than beforehand, obviously, with the corrosive glue costing $200 extra. So not really a fan of that, but I think we'll be able to manage it. Let's get glue splatter here. Perfect. All right, we're good, we're good. This is not looking clean though at the moment. I need that corrosive like yesterday. I think I honestly need to use another tower boost. I'm pretty sure I would have died there. Man, that glue nerf is hitting hard because I definitely would not have needed that second tower boost if the corrosive was the old price. I can already feel the effects of it just off the early game. I could have saved myself the tower boost too if I didn't upgrade the farm. Like, I was a little bit too greedy with the farm. That is part of the reason I'm in this position. So it's not only the Glue Gunner nerf, but I need to kind of change my farming and eco routes to accommodate for the nerf, if that makes sense. That's my interpretation of it. Round 7, we're good. We've kind of got our feet under us now. This is gonna be a hard one to win though. Subfarm glue is never really a meta strategy on these maps. It is an effective strategy and definitely an option on some of the more difficult maps, but it's not meta by any means, in my opinion. They're going to attack Wiz Farm, which is more typical as to what you see here. Okay. Interesting. Let's get my plantation and 1 income boost. Round 8. They got a second attack shooter on their end. And then I guess probably just save up for a reactor next is my plan. I low-key just need a reactor on this map because the DKM of the submarine is not very consistent. And I am pretty low in lives as well, so I need just the consistent defense the reactor gives you, the fast attacking speed and everything. So we'll save for that. I'm thinking a reactor plus glue hose should actually be a pretty solid combination, especially with Gwendolyn's extra damage to glue balloons that Gwendolyn gives you. I feel like that's going to be really good. All right, hot shots on their end, nicely done. Let's go submerge and support. And so you and reactor, we're chilling. First, not a problem. All right, let's force some defense on their end. Are they going for a Ring of Fire here? They use Quincy ability. Ring of Fire, okay, interesting. I definitely can force the camo detection as well. There it is, perfect. We actually forced a tower boost on top of that. Tower boost, I'm not going to be able to like re-rush them because Ring of Fire is going to defend everything without tower boost, but it's nice that we forced it either way. I'll take that. And yeah, we'll just continue on. Now, our defense right now definitely can get overrun. But if they start rushing me, just go for glue hose, I think is the plan. Right now, it looks like opponent's aiming to play a little bit more passive. Okay. Alright. Glue hose wasn't nerfed though, right? It was the relentless glue and just the abilities from the glue that was nerfed. So the only really early game implication is the corrosive glue change to the glue gunner. Alright, there's the rush. Let's get glue hose here. And that's an easy defend. Honestly, I feel like that was a bad play. I should have just cocktailed that rush and knock on the glue hose, because now, do I get this up in time? Oh, I still get it up in time. Perfect. I was gonna say, now my bank's delayed, but it actually wasn't. So I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. We definitely have a late game advantage on them too. The biggest struggle for Attack Wizard Farm is they die to pretty much any like tight ZOMG rush in the later game rounds, which we probably die to tight ZOMGs as well, but we die later than them because we have something called super glue and relentless glue, which can slow down the rush. And I should be able to survive the mid game rounds as well if I farm hard enough and defend efficiently. Their thing is going to be, though, they're going to be probably pressuring me a ton and trying to drain me, so we'll see how that operates. Currently, I have very little mob class damage as well. Might need to get like a triple guns or an arm piercing darts on my end if the opponent gets aggressive. Nothing coming out. Maybe aim for like 1k eco. I think that would be a fair amount. There's 900. I'm also down to 1 tower boost. We gotta remember that. So if I get rushed with like a fortified mob, boosting against it would be a really bad play. I can't afford to use my last boost. Alright, they're upgrading their attacks. Are they sending me mob? Currently, no. Okay, I think I'm just gonna continue farming. All is good. We'll keep this cocktail targeted far back. I'm gonna get this dude an air burst for now. Just on strong. How much is in the bank? 5k? Yeah, we got our bank pretty late, so bank has not cooked up that much yet. That's fine though. Let's go for another one right here. Plantation. Opponent is actually still ecoing as well. Opponent's going for a very high amount of eco this game, which is interesting. Reactor with Gwendolyn buff just absolutely shreds the glued balloons though, like I was expecting, so we love that. Regular mob should not be a problem. I think triple guns is enough to defend that. We'll get advanced into on you as well. Wait, why is that not hitting the mob? What? It was on first and it was like shooting the balloons down here. That was interesting. I don't know if you guys saw that. My submarine's targeting looked a little bit odd there. Well, it was good. I do need to be careful about like tight ceramics as well. The nice part is I have Gwendolyn, which has the Firestorm ability that can defend an entire tight ceramic rush on its own. But that's definitely something you need to be concerned about these days. If they send like a lot of those rushes, probably just need to go for a straight up Bloon Solver. Would be the plan. The Zolver here, let's be careful for the rushes. Collect. Get you up. Am I getting rush? I'm expecting it, but it doesn't look like they're sending me. Okay. Fair enough. I could rush them. They used Quincy level 3. They got their own nomics up. Nicely done. I think I will send one set and try to bait the Quincy arrows. There it is. Perfect. And now I can send like 2 more sets behind it and force something good. That's my plan. Let's wait. Or maybe even 3 sets. What's their plan here? Tower boost Maelstrom. Oh, I thought I'd honestly be able to do more than that. Okay. Tower boost Maelstrom's actually pretty solid though, because now I'm actually gonna get pretty aggressive. They don't have tower boost for this. Fortified ZOMG is a very deadly rush to their strategy. And I think I will get the trio of glue gunners in my end, just to be a little bit careful. Yeah, what's their plan against this? Without tower boost, without Quincy arrows. Well, they might get Quincy arrows back. Honestly, they could get tower boost back too. ZOMG's kind of slow. Still gonna be a hard rush to defend, but yeah. They honestly will get their abilities back, I think. They're preparing some Maelstroms in the back. Let's see. Oh, no, they're straight up dead here. They're actually straight up dead. Yeah, they are so dead. I thought they were gonna like tower boosting a super Maelstrom in the back, but without stuff, some big upgrades, that fortified ZOMG is not easy to pop. All right, Glue Gunner does take a victory. I'll take it. All right, our next match here is against Visual X, who had a 10 win streak going into this match, so I've got to lock in here. Now, we got Dino Graveyard, which I don't know what to make of this map for my strategy. It's definitely not a very good Heli Glue Village map. I did want to run this loadout though, because this is the glue loadout that everyone talks about. I was more so hoping we get like Star. Either way, we'll run it. And opponent's going Dart Anti-Stall. That's going to be difficult to play against. Should be a fun time though. I'm excited for it. And with Quincy as well. So I'm assuming probably Dart Mortar Farm, something like that. The reason why Heli Glue Village isn't that great on this map, even though it's a long map, and typically long maps are good for eco strategies, as everyone knows, is just because the bins on this map are way too big, where the Grow Blocker Village doesn't get great value. And the Grow Blocker Village is such an important part to this strategy, as it's how you defend round 11, round 13 rushes with your glue hose. I'll still definitely try to utilize the Grow Blocker Village. It's just not going to be as effective as some other maps, like Sun Palace, for example, because in Sun Palace, you can just place that village smack dab in the middle of the map, and it will do everything for you. All right, glue gunner right here, though. On last targeting. We got our heli cleaning up with glue soak here. How am I looking? A little bit of leaks here and there, but nothing crazy at the moment. And I guess we just save for that corrosive glue. Yeah. That $500 corrosive glue. Alrighty. Get you up. We're good. Let's get our balloon bot down as well. No tech bot. Me and the tech bots have beef right now, guys. So I can't really place those. They're using Quincy ability. Fair enough. And I guess we'll just get the glue splatter here as well. And that's our early game setup. Perfect. Now, where do I want to actually keep the heli hovered around? That's the question. Maybe just at the top of the map. I don't really think it matters too much. Probably put Gwendolyn on first as well. That the glue gunner hit the highest layer of the balloons is important. They got their crossbow trip dart set up. Nicely done. I've got to make sure not to over-eco though. That's going to be the hardest thing. Being able to forward the defense I need, not over-ecoing, since it's a difficult map to defend on for my loadout, and everything's more expensive now too. Got to keep both those things in mind. Send them some black balloons. And then we'll send a lot of yellows on round 7. That's the plan. As for the village spot, I'm thinking village will go somewhere around here. Probably will need multiple grow blocker villages though, to have good effectiveness, or a grow blocker village and then like pair it with like a Razor Rotor's heli or something to actually deal some good damage in there. Send them yellow balloons. We want to force that spike bolt on their end. They use Quincy ability early. That's fine. Send more. Alright, stole this round out. They ended up not getting the spike bolt. I couldn't send enough. That's totally fine though. At least this round gets sold out a little bit for us. And the village is going to go, as I said earlier, right about here. I think it's a fine spot. Okay, they're balloon boosting at me. That's totally fine. Let's go cocktail here. Monkey Commerce, quad darts. We're good. Not even close, not even close. Let's get Grow Blocker on this. Oh, I don't have enough for glue hose. That's really what I wanted. Razor Rotor's there. Man, that's actually kind of not good how it ended up playing out. Can I get the glue hose in time? Round 11. Oh, they're not rushing me yet. Okay, we somehow survived that. It was a little bit scary. We're good though. It's Spike Factory is their third, by the way. Fair enough. I'm waiting to get radar scanner before it's forced. Currently nothing. Let's get glue hose. Perfect. And we'll get radar scanner now. All right, let's send them some leads. Send some white balloons behind that. How's that rush doing? It does basically nothing. Okay, that's fine. We somehow survived the early game, but you can see here our eco is severely limited. Mostly not really to the facts of the glue gunner nerfs, but more so the matchup and the map not being the best for my strategy. But if we make it later game in here, we'll definitely kind of see how the glue gunner nerfs come into action. The only glue gunner nerf we've really showcased so far is the corrosive glue change, which definitely has its own impact. On the bright side though, my opponent's farming is definitely not crazy good either. So there's two sides to it, right? All right, they got their own bank up, nicely done. I think I'm gonna go for a second village here. I can actually get in range, which is great. And if the opponent sends me like a big regrow rush, that second village could be a grow blocker as well. Two grow blocker villages should be enough to block a good amount of regrowth for us on this map, on these bins. Right now, though, it's looking like they aren't really interested in rushing my glue hose Razor Rotors combination anyways. All right, Monk Economy, perfect. All is good. Round 17. Am I getting sent a Moab? Low-key expecting it. I'm waiting on it. Still nothing. Let's Bloon boost some white Bloons their way. The point of these is not to kill them or anything. It's mainly just to force some more defense to try to stall the round out. Again, stalled rounds is literally the most important thing for me here. Probably a good idea for me to get a glue gunner all the way in the back as well. The longer the round is, the more eco I can get, and the higher chance I have of winning. I am expecting to get rushed here, though. There's no way this guy's just gonna play full passive. There it is. Double Razor Rotors. Should do some good work. We're good. You might ask why I didn't go for like a Mob Shove or something, which Mob Shove definitely works as well, and Mob Shove did get buffed in the recent update. But Double Razor Rotors is more effective if they follow it up with like Bloons or follow it up with multiple Moabs. Then I can defend the follow-up stuff easier. That's my reasoning. Also, we're gonna send some Zebras at the end of this round for the same reasoning as stalling the round and forcing more defense on their end. Yes, sir, get a little bit of extra seconds on the round length. That's what we love to see. We're nearing that 2,000 eco mark now. AI Moab should not be a problem for us. BFB, okay, we're gonna try to get damage on this early. Do I get a Mob Glue? Honestly, let's do it. Let's do it. I already had that glue gunner down. I've got a feeling that this probably is a good amount of defense for this rush. I'm not sure though, how much we need against a BFB. I'm a little bit worried about the tight ceramics too on round 24. Like Bloon Solver is an easy answer for that, but it's not a cheap answer, you know what I'm saying? Oh dude, this is not looking good. Cocktail. Am I good? Not even close, not even close. Clean defend, actually. I'm pretty happy with how it played out. Okay. Round 23. Am I getting sent tight leads? Doesn't look like it at the moment. I'm definitely expecting the tight ceramics, though. Oh, they're sending me another BFB. Let's go for a Bloon liquefier here. That's pretty good against tight ceramics as well. And that'll help me for the BFB, too. Are they sending tight ceramics? I'm waiting on it. Currently, no. Oh, there they are. Okay. How many of the tight ceramics did our glue gunner hit? Am I good against those? I actually might be. Our Bloon acid hit a good bit of those. Yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling, we're chilling. Alright. Right? Oh my gosh. I guess we're not chilling. Dude, I should have just cocktailed earlier. That's the annoying part about... That's the annoying part about dealing with tight rushes is you can never tell how many balloons there are in like a group, you know what I'm saying? It looked like to me that we defended pretty much everything, and then there's just a big group at the very end that almost ran through. We survived though, but yeah. I didn't need to firestorm that first group of ceramics. If I just had the cocktail down earlier and was a little bit more diligent, then I could have played that a lot better, is all I'm saying. That was not necessarily the optimal way to play those. Play that situation. Now I'm definitely not in the best spot after getting Bloon Solver. I'm alive, but I don't like my positioning. We also don't have camo detection currently, but I can get camo detection pretty easily. If they send me DTs, we go for a Mob Shove with camo detection. Alright, we got the Obelisk up. Nice. Let's get camo detection on this now, just play it safe. And then I'll save up for the heli farms, which are more expensive now too. Remember, those got nerfed as well. It wasn't only the glue gunner that got nerfed in this strategy. This is $1,000 more expensive than it used to be. Want to try to stall the round with the heli, ideally. Okay, they ended up tower boosting. Interesting. And a Mob Glue on my side as well. Use that ability. Another support Chinook. I think I'm gonna stop my eco at 4,750. I mean, we might be able to survive the late game. I feel pretty broke right now. The late game is going to be really hard though, especially with the glue storm nerfs, because everything like in the middle path glue is more expensive than beforehand, and it lasts not as long. So that's going to be the challenge. I'm going to drag you here. Get a jungle drums here with camo detection. We want our Apaches inside the range of Science Gwendolyn because Science Gwendolyn gives them extra damage to glued balloons. And the BFB and the BEDs and stuff will be glued from our glue storm, obviously. So that's my reasoning for that play. Maybe one more support Chinook. That might be a little bit greedy. It probably is. But I'm a greedy boy. Is that in the range? It's not currently. Let's get a range buff on that village. Nah, I can't do that. I'll just keep the glue there. It's fine. Are they rushing me or no? Currently, no. They're actually farming. So I guess I'd go for a little bit more heli farms. I think it's a mistake not sending me around 30 B80 from them. I think that's a big mistake. That would force me to sell so many heli farms and stuff, but now I can actually maximize my greed a little bit more due to them not rushing me yet. I guess we just get more Apaches in the meantime as we prepare mentally and physically for what's going to happen. Glue strike here. We need multiple glue strikes with the glue storm to have good uptime on the damage buff is what we'll need now, especially with the shorter durations. All right, glue strike. Upgrade that to level 17. I need this glue storm here desperately. Glue storm, perfect. Start selling these off. Let's use a tower boost early. Firestorm this. Okay. We're like low-key defending, but it's not clean. First. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Homeland defense, glue storm, come on. Glue strike, I'm so dead. Yeah, even with like my opponent, in all honesty, not playing optimally late game, I still think I'm not defending this. Just because of the nerfs. I'm trying my best though. I can't afford enough Apaches. My farming gets impacted way too much with the nerfs here. And the glue storm just not having as good of uptime is also crazy bad. Another homeland here in a second. Come on, homeland, homeland. Tower boost. I'm trying my hardest. Hang on, Hellies. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yep. There's nothing I can do, bro. Old Heli Glue Village definitely wins there. I think if I had a better map, though, like Sun Powell, Star, Sands of Time, I can win that matchup as well. Man, Dino Graveyard with the nerfs, I'm just not going to pull through. Even if I play that game perfectly, I don't think I would have won. And for some closing thoughts with the Glue Gunner nerfs after the games, I honestly think most of the nerfs were good, but the Glue Storm nerf in specific was too much in my opinion. First off, it's more expensive, so it's harder to afford with all the defense you're going to get. The Glue Storm ability itself doesn't last very long. And then lastly, on top of all of that, the glue that it actually puts on the blimps as well won't stay on as long too. So like, it was triple nerfed, which in my opinion is just too much. So I'm thinking what a lot of people would do now is probably switch out glue for ice in mini loadouts. Like for example, Heli Ice Village might pop up as a very popular strategy. I'm definitely gonna be testing that out. As ice was nerfed too, but not nerfed near as much, and I feel like will probably give you more value now. As always though, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about the glue gun or nerfs, and if you think it was over nerfed, if you think it was properly nerfed, if you're gonna still use it. That's it for today. I'm Mike out. Peace guys, have a good one.